So a little context first, I'm bisexual. Oh really? Meaning, if you don't know, where have you been for the past 10 years? I date girls and boys. I'm a male. I was, for the time, dating a cool guy. We resolved to drink some coffee, so we gone to an off-brand Starbucks. I'm really open about being bi, so I don't mind holding hands or kissing in public. Now to the story. Me and my date were on a table on the corner of the off-brand Starbucks, and we just ordered. We talked a bit. I don't remember what he said, but was a cute thing, so I kissed him, just a peck on his lips. We didn't know that a family of really easy offended people were on our side. They didn't like our gayness. A middle-aged woman with a kid and a small bald man come to our table. A neckbeard Darlaws umbrage me, an unicorn. My date, a bull. Literally, my date was a 6'7" gym freak. Excuse me, her tone was so sweetly fake that I became diabetic. Could you please not do that in public? I knew what she was talking about, but to be sure, I feigned ignorance. Me, do what madam? She rolled her eyes, as if I was an idiot. Kissing in public. Me, why I would. This is a public place, and I don't think the owner is against people kissing, I told her in a calm manner, putting a hand on my date's hand. He was gay, and really didn't like prejudice. He was short-tempered too, so I needed to calm him down. It's not all the people, just. He let the phrase hang on the air, but after an awkward silence, seeing that neither of us would complete the phrase, he said, gay people. My date looked angry, but I squeezed his hand and said, me, you know, what you're doing is a crime, and if you don't get out of my face now, I will call the cops, I said in my firm but calm voice. The did not like my response. What you are doing is a crime in the eyes of God. Why? Why God? Someone had to put word against gay people on the Bible. Why me? I think God would be more offended by you being a bigoted idiot than he would be offended by me being gay. The manager had come to aid us. He heard the entire thing and kindly told them to get out of the office. The family grumbled, but exited the building. He asked us if we were okay and apologized for that family. Now for the fun part. You thought that the Eps were mad because their young child seeing a gay couple. Wrong. Later that day I received a message from a girl that I dated some months prior. We didn't click, but we are cool about that, begging me to forgive her parents about the incident. Yep, the entitled couple were the parents of this girl, and they were mad at me for not dating their daughter and more mad when discovered that I was bi. In other words, trading her, their princess, for a man. So they approached my person with the intention of harassing my date and I told her that it wasn't her fault and it was cool. Moral of the story, if you want to be gay, go to a Starbucks, not an off-brand. So for a little background, I'm 19 and I live on my own. I've been attending university since I was 17, and I have paid my own tuition and rent for the first 2 years of university. My mother, in this story, yikes, and I are on okay terms now, but we've had a rocky relationship. I went back and forth on posting this story, but heck, she's a parent, and she was entitled. So, living in another province than the one my family lives in, I only see them a couple times a year. I usually buy my own plane tickets to visit home, or I split the cost with my dad. My parents aren't together, and he's happily remarried. During one of my visits, in my first year of university, I was eating supper with my mother. My brother was with us, and we were talking about the first year of university. I had failed quite a few classes. I'm doing a lot better now, because I'm in a difficult degree, and I was learning how to balance studying and living. Keep in mind, my mother has not paid for tuition, rent, or plane tickets to visit. Our conversation went as follows. Me and the other engineers. You're not an engineer. Me, right. But at university we usually refer to students by the faculty, since it's quicker, and it's usually clear given the context. Maybe if you hadn't failed so many classes I'd be okay with that. You can't become an engineer if you keep wasting time and money. Now, I know, that's not that bad. But my mother is incredibly passive aggressive, and she talks down to me all the time. She prays to try and fix me. She gets mad about my health issues, and micromanages all the time. So, no. I spent 17 years too afraid to deal with her, so I'm gutsy y'all. Me, Should I go? M. Clearly confused. What? Me? I pay for my own school. I pay for my own rent. And when I fail, it's my money that's wasted. I paid for the flight to come visit. I take the time to come visit you because I love you, but you don't get to comment on how I'm living my life. If you're going to be rude, I'm not going to visit. The rest of the supper went on fairly normally, with only a few snide comments. Honestly, it's not the most interesting entitled parent story, but it was the first time I didn't let my mother bully me, and I'm pretty pumped about it. Context: my grandpa fought in Vietnam and lost use in both his legs. It sounds cliche, but it's true. M. Entitled Momed. Entitled Dad GP. Grandpa me. Mighty excrement. My brother got super good grades, so my mom took us all out to dinner. It was just me, my mom, my bro, and GP. GP wanted to go to the bathroom, so I helped wheel him inside. The second I walked in I smelled the worst smell they ever smelled. I'm not exaggerating. There was also very NSFW sound coming from the disabled stall. My grandpa and me immediately knew what was happening. I wheeled GP up to the stall and knocked on it. This is the conversation that ensued. Ed, grunt so fuck em, whispering, hurry up. You could hear them moving in a huge rush. GP, excuse me, is this stall taken? Ed, yeah man, use the next one. Me, sorry but my grandpa's wheelchair won't fit in the other stalls. Then Ed opens the door as they both walk out. M, why can't you New Yorkers just let us have fun? GP, excuse me, Ed, we're from Atlanta, and this is our vacation away from our kids. Me, that doesn't excuse you from committing a crime. M, do you know how much money, time, and effort we put into our kids? We deserve a break. GP, this is a restaurant, not your house. If you're gonna have sex, do it in your hotel room. Now M just goes ballistic, while Ed goes silent. M, I have 3 kids, and work my ass off every day. All you do, is sit in a fucking wheelchair all day, you fucking cripple. Now, GP starts talking about the horrible shit he saw in Vietnam, which really surprised me, because he has PTSD. But in summary, just imagine the Vietnam scene from Forrest Gump. M, fuck off, you skinhead. My GP's bald, cunt. Then, M grabs her husband's hand and they both run out. Because the restaurant we were eating at was their hotel's restaurant, the authorities were able to find them pretty quickly. I don't know what happened to them, but I hope they are in jail. I've read stories like this on this subreddit, but I'd never think it would happen to me. Did you enjoy this video? Leave a like and subscribe to Brody for more.